have some real estate in your portfolio.
You know what? Fuck this shit. I haven't told this story. I'm gonna tell y'all this story. I just so you guys understand the importance of having your credit on point. Guys, thanks, Chris. Last year, I made over $1 million. Okay? When I worked for the government, I made about $120,000. Okay? When I worked for the government, I paid around $30,000 to $40,000 a year in taxes. All right? I made over $1 million last year. I paid right around $30,000 to $40,000 in taxes, making 10x the money legally. Why? Because I had real estate. I bought 7 properties. I was able to use depreciation. I was able to use cost segregation. I was able to write off my business expenses because I spent quite a bit of money on expenses. I made 10x the money, but I paid the same amount of taxes. Warren Buffett talks about this, how he pays less in taxes than his secretary, and he's a multi-billionaire. Guys, that's when I had that fucking eureka moment. Holy! This is how the wealthy stay wealthy. They buy assets that lower their tax liability. They have different strategies to lower their tax liability, whether it's cost segregation, depreciation, writing off losses, business expenses. I was able to use all of these different tax strategies, right, to lower my earned income, which did what? Lower my taxes. So I paid pretty much the same amount of taxes, guys, making $1 million a year as I did making $120,000 per year. This is why they want to keep you a fucking slave. A lot of you guys pay more taxes than multimillionaires. That's why they want to keep you at a job. That's why they want to give you an hourly rate. That's why they want you to have a boss. That's why they want you to clock in 40 hours per week. They don't want you to be entrepreneurs. They don't want you to be real estate investors, because when you're an entrepreneur or you're a real estate investor, guess what you fucking do? You are the backbone of the U.S. economy. When you're the backbone of the U.S. economy, they incentivize you to go ahead and take more risk and make money and employ people and house people. When you do these things, guess what happens? Something magical happens. You pay less fucking taxes. Okay? But they don't want you to know that. The reason why they don't want you to know that is because they want to keep you a fucking slave. They want to keep you in the matrix. They want to keep you watching people like Hassan Lobby and fucking Ethan Klein, all these other jerks. They don't want you to watch guys like me, Andrew Tate, that tell y'all you need to be on your own. I'm not telling you guys not to have a job to get yourself started, but at some point, if you really want to reap the benefits of making money and saving your money and not paying taxes or avoiding taxes legally, of course, minimizing your tax liability, being an entrepreneur, and having real estate is the best fucking way to do it. The United States is built upon small businesses, okay? That is how the United States has been successful for all these years. Capitalism, entrepreneurship, owning real estate. Those 3 things will lower your tax liability. They will not teach you this in school. They will not teach you this in university. You go to a great business school, they still won't teach you this shit, because this is the sauce. This is how the rich stay rich. This is how the wealthy get wealthier. This is how the poor people stay fucking poor. You work a regular job, you pay a whole bunch of taxes, while the rich go ahead and buy more real estate, pay no taxes, and make a lot more money than you. And they're looking at you like, this is why I want you guys to have good credit, so you can leverage fucking real estate so you pay less goddamn taxes. They're not going to teach you this in school, guys. They're not. I made $1 million last year, and I paid just as many taxes as I did when I was a federal agent making $120,000 per year. That's the cold, hard truth. That is why Trump, that is why Robert Kiyosaki, Ken McElroy, these guys barely pay taxes. But they are billionaires. There's the sauce for y'all, man.
All right, W sauce right there, man.